Hello, y'all, and welcome to another production of the Single H Show. Your name is...
My name is Joseph Mills. Your name is...
The Single H.
And today on the Single H Show, we always loop back around to this concept of the restroom debate. And because the restroom debate...
The bathroom of it all.
The bathroom of it all. The crap of it all.
Yes.
Always loops back around. By August the 15th, which is roughly around the time that schools go back in the state of Virginia, the schools in the state of Virginia have been demanded to remove transgender and non-binary options from their schools and forcing everyone to use birth gender restrooms.
Yep, but technically also taking away the disabled bathroom while they're at it.
Well, I think that this is a lot to do, not just with the transgender, but DEI things and stuff like that as well.
Because disabled bathrooms are typically gender-neutral bathrooms.
Yes.
So there's no way that this is not also attacking that space while they're doing it.
Yes. So there's a lot that has come up with this. Now, I go to this group, and I won't say the name of the group, nor will I say the name of the person that asked these questions. But I kind of go to an ally, an LGBTQ support group each week to kind of help me be a better dad for you. And to let other people know that, yes, I'm a pastor, and yes, I care about you. And this past week, there was a dear friend in there that brought up the restroom journey again and brought up some very specific questions. And I thought it would be very cool to sit down with you, the Single H, FTM transgender.
The weird idea of it all.
The rare identity of it all.
Yeah.
I would like to hear your responses to these questions. So I there's two main ones, and if while we're talking, I think there was a third, and hopefully I'll remember it. But I'm going to ask you the first question, and I have to do it by proposing a scenario as I ask the question. So are you ready for me to really ask you a very long question?
Yeah.
Every time that you hear a bathroom debate, there is a narrative that is shared that this is all about protecting children from predatory men. They propose ideas that people go through this long-ass journey of gender reassignment, growing into their gender identity, their true selves, as somebody that's trying to find a way to become a stalker in a restroom and wait on defenseless children when they go to the restroom. So the question that this dear friend asked, it was built off of that. If men, and it's always men, male to female narrative in this, if men are such ravenous stalkers, why do they let men and male children go to the same restaurants? If they're these ravenous stalkers and they're trying to protect children, why wouldn't they protect the boys too? These ravenous stalkers. So there's the question.
Because it's inherently flawed, all their arguments, and they tend to also forget about fellow men of it all.
Explain fellow men.
Because even though it is a low percentage, men do still get sexually assaulted. It still happens. They forget about that number in favor of their own idea of how the world works. That in their world, that number does not exist.
Of the number of men that are assaulted in restrooms compared to women, there is no men assaulted because men are the powerful evil beasts that have control over everything.
In their mind, that number does not exist in any means.
Yes.
That's how transphobes we'd forget about trans men.
Yes.
Because it would rip apart their argument.
Yes. Trans men are never addressed.
Yes.
These situations are always addressed in the trans female.
To trans women.
To trans women.
They always forget about those two things because they completely rip apart their argument. And I hate to say it, if they're a predator, they ain't gonna go through that process.
Yes.
They're not gonna go in and do it.
Yes. Yes.
They're not gonna go in and do it. Men are known for like walking in a straight line to do perverted things.
Because there is absolute documentation that goes back to the Me Too movement, and I would venture to say that there is currently documentation that is being hidden by higher levels of governmental leaders right now that shows many cases of straight men being predatory, evil towards females.
They'll let go into the women's bedroom.
Yes.
They don't care.
Yes. If they are these immense evil predators that are being discussed.
Yeah, they don't care. Honey, they do not care. They would not go through the transitioning process.
Mm-hmm.
They already know the torture. They're like walking in.
Yes.
So it's that of it all. Within that, you can tell that they forget about numbers, and that if they know of those numbers or if they remember those numbers, they would know that their own argument is a whole load of crap. They would know it.
Yeah.
And in fact, they do. That's why they're even pushing it more. Because it's such a fear tactic for the most part.
It is. So the whole, what you just shared, it reminded me of a comedian that was talking about this issue. And he was talking about places that were trying to stop all these evil things from predators. And he made the joke, thank God this thin blue plastic piece of paper that says female is stopping this male predator from doing anything bad. Yeah. So you brought up something and it reminded me of the third question, which for our conversation really needs to be the second. So the conversation that led into was, why would a sexual predator want to transition into another gender identity? Because we as an American society actually treat sexual predators better than we do transgender people. Would you agree with that statement?
Oh, yes, honey.
Yes.
So you're going to hear a lot of honey in this video. If you know my content, you know that's not a good word to come out of my mouth. It has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But to let people know that it's not related to us.
Yes. But explain more. How do you feel that that is a true statement?
Because outwardly, that's the member of attack that already they're... For the phrasing that I can make up right now, it is mostly they need to make trans people more monstrous than they already think. So making them child predators would put their gender so far that it could put through.
Yeah.
Proof it did. But we are treated worse. We are the one consciously being attacked in society.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I am afraid every time I go to school. That's because I don't know what Bob from Who Knows What class might think of trans people. Mm-hmm. And might think that he can fix it.
So you're worried that Bob from biology is going to hate you about your biology?
Yeah, I'm going to try to fix it by doing sexual action towards...
Or even just punching you.
Even like punching me, even like... Who I am as a person is also an Arrow 8 person, that is also... That percentage goes up a little bit more than like being trans. That presented those up.
So explain that, because you're not interested in a person, so they become more aggressive and mean because you're not interested in a person.
Because yet again, people think that they can fix it.
Yeah.
By giving someone a dose of it.
Yeah.
Which doesn't. That's not how sexuality works.
No, it does not. And there's actually another way to go with that question too. Within America, you are innocent until proven guilty, which is constantly given towards a male sexual predator. They are always given that right. So much to the extent that a person who causes the claim is forced to be in places that they have to relive that experience over and over and over again, and even be shamed in that experience to be able to get justice from what's happened to them. That is always provided to a male sexual predator.
But the second it becomes a trans person, it is automatically the other way around.
They are guilty before being proven innocent.
Yep.
And they're held so guilty that they never have the opportunity to prove themselves innocent.
Yep.
Yeah. And those two instances alone is this whole proof that why would a male sexual predator want to transition? Because they have more rights being a male sexual predator.
Yeah, because if you know, anywhere in the country, they have more rights than you. I hate to tell you, but they do have more rights than you.
Yes.
Nowhere in the country is any trans person on equal footing to a sexual predator. Put that into perspective for everyone. No place in the country are you even close to the same level.
Yeah. And if you want proof of that, we are having a nationwide debate right now about specific files that we want open so that we can see names of sexual predators. And everybody's doing everything possible to keep those files closed.
Yeah.
Yes. So, before we get to the last question, we've hit the middle part of our show, and it is time for our weekly commercials. Even though this week's is going to be a little bit more serious than most weeks, we do have to honor our commercials, and this week we are remembering Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery. That's right, friends. At Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery, they have mastered the proper usage of land property, realizing that our public lands are of meek supply, so they have made it possible that you both can remember your loved ones while playing 18 holes of championship golf. That's right. It's a cemetery and a golf course, but also they maximize their places. That's right. At Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery, all of our restrooms are non-gender restrooms. All of them are stalls. There are no urinals, and everyone has their own personal place for rest and comfort. At Rolling Green Golf and Cemetery, we make the place that you got your hole-in-one the place for your hole-for-one, and we have one hole for everyone to pee in at Rolling Greens. And also, please remember our public service announcement. Please remember, be cautious of Orange 47. Orange 47 is just like Orange 45, but much more deadly.
Yeah, and come down to the new art YouTube channel that I've started. Heads up, I do have pretty much on all of the current videos, comments are turned off. But to make sure that we can keep it a safe space for everyone, comments are turned off. So you can let go and enjoy, watch me do weird things on the iPad.
Yes. So that's fun. I'm glad that you have that art channel now. And you can find that art channel by going to our Transcended Media link tree, and at the part it's the single H art class. Just click on that and it'll take you to the YouTube channel.
But heads up, I'm still learning, so most of them do not mean look good without help.
Yes. Alright, so here's the last question.
Yeah.
Now, this one links into, alright, people are transgender, but we are going to make them use the restrooms that are connected to their birth genders. And the question that this dear friend brought up is, okay, if they enforce that law, here's the door that they just opened, and they don't realize it. I am a cisgender male. I'm a 300-pound bald man, and I identify in my birth gender. If they open that opportunity, and if a person that had my looks, my big, huge, scary looks, said that they were going into the women's restroom because they were born female, there's no possible way they could disprove that. They have actually opened the door wider for more possibilities of sexual assault by saying that a person has to go into a restroom, not how they present, but how they were born.
Yeah.
So I'd love your response to that statement.
Yet again, they will let walk in. They do not care. They will let walk in.
And this makes it easier for it to happen.
Yeah, because you will also have trans men in that restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what that cis man predator's probably going to do?
Is attack them.
To that cis man. To that trash man. It's probably going to go towards them.
Yeah, and attack them.
Yet.
Yes.
Thinking that they're in there for the same reason that they are.
Yeah. So the whole reason of this is they keep talking about all these rules are about safety, but all these rules actually make people...
That's about making...
puts people more in danger.
And making people more viable for someone to murder them.
Yeah.
I do have to go there. There's no chance now that you cannot see that we are nearing a genocide of trans people. We are nearing it, and we are running right towards it in America.
Yes.
It's going towards a genocide. The genocide can be murder, but it can also be social.
Yes.
People forget to talk about the social side of it, but it can be social, and they're doing it socially through laws that are giving citizens permission to essentially murder trans people and not have a care about it.
Yes.
Because once they go in to court, that those charges will be dropped.
Possibly dropped.
Possibly.
Because there
High probability
there's still judges that are not allegedly conservative jerks, allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a high possibility that those charges will be dropped. Or if they do this sentence, probably going to be a very low sentence.
Yes.
Probably less than it would normally be for a murder.
Possibly. There's a whole other end of this, too, because they're actually steamrolling to a place that is actually going to be more dangerous for anyone that presents female than male, because if you move to this place and you are really trying to protect people, there has to be some way to find out if they are actually female or not. And that is an underwear check.
Yeah.
And that is the most dangerous thing that could happen to a female. It won't happen. It probably will not happen to a male.
Yep.
It more than likely will only happen to a female. And damn.
Yep.
So this conversation alone, this 18-minute and 49-second conversation through the 11th grade brain of Siegel Age has just torn apart the whole Republican conservative theory.
To the point that I think I'm probably smarter than the president. At least a little bit.
You know what? I'm not going to say allegedly on that.
Yeah.
I want him to sue us so that you can have an intellectual debate with him, because I want you to prove that you are. So, DWOpodcasting@gmail.com for all legal documents pertaining to Single H's challenge of his mental superiority over our governmental leader.
Yeah, it's everything that's been going on with him. No law that he's passed has actually done any help.
None of his laws, none of his legislation, none of his legal mandates all of them have had some level of harm to someone else.
Yep.
Nothing has been a productive statement of any good for anyone except for him and people just like him.
Yep.
Yes. Well, Single H, that is the Single H show for this week. I know that you did this during the commercials a little bit, but please plug the Single H show.
Yep, go look up the Single H art, and I will eventually, once I figure it out, have a link to the Redbubble in the description.
Yeah.
Because if you know me, I'm not good at tech.
We're gonna sell those stickers.
Yeah, so, and then on that channel, that's going to be, like, pretty much non-cut, straight through me making stuff.
And that's the philosophy of Transcended Media. You see us for our good and our bad. We don't edit the flaws. You get us for who we are. From our YouTube channel all the way to these podcasts.
Yep, and it's a good thing that you can have on it in the background. And it's that doing art, made it on iMovie, so don't have to worry about that side of things.
Yes.
Because heads up, if you make anything on iMovie, I did look it up. All of that music is royalty free. So if you ever make something on iMovie, you can put it up on YouTube if you use that music.
Yes.
So there you go.
And so to find all these things, go to our Instagram page at Transcended Media and go to our link tree, and all of our links are found on that page. And for now, this was the Single H show for this week.
Your name is
Joseph Mills, and your name is
the Single H. Have a great week and hang in there, y'all. You got this.